and we'll be meeting at Shinjuan Kiosk. It's the place with a really long wait list. As expected of the parlor director, always so generous. Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. But I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that Hu Tao invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun? Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with...
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? See? Someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me. Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are... My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver. Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're missing someone. Oh, Huta was the one who invited us, but she's not here. And where's Guoba? Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant. You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu Tao's. As for Hu Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you. Seems like it's on...
Huh? Hu Tao went to fetch someone, and could it be... Kuching? Ningguang? Or Captain Beto?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Oh. I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished individuals. To convene here with all of you is indeed a great...
It's almost lantern right. Yet you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to declare.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation.
Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yenshao and received some spices from him. And, see?
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang... Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances, so there's no need to be this formal. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no? Great. You two sit together.
You should take a seat too, Director.
Oh, finally remembered me. When we arrived just now, the host at Shinue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him. You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Conqueror of Demons, I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Changyun has brought that name up quite a few times in the past. I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance.
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Shangling and Changyun's friend.
Whoa, everyone's getting all formal and polite all of it. Adeptus Xiao. My take, Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon!
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells.
What's your true intent?
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into... And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a stand...
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something. We all worked really hard this year. Whether traveling or guiding, cooking, helping with the family business, exorcising evil spirits, and of course, our consultant, who's been helping out everyone, has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm the one most deserving of...
Sounds kinda self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she...
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss.
It's not boss, lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of Demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh. I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
That does sound like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop?
There might be other reasons.
Smart guess. Huh? It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent. The Adepti vanquished the demons. The Millelith fought valiantly. That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war.
That's right. 1 point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him. You know him pretty well.
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is. Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together.
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy.
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey!
Huh? What?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd
Huh? Guoba would do that? But now that I think of it, Xianglin told me that Guoba
It sounds like you've heard the...
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend. Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before. You should know him. He's...
Seeds of Story.
And cultivated by time. Did Paimon just that voice? Could it...
If I'm not mistaken, there's some... don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest. No such need. I'm coming in. You finally let me in. Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter.
Oh, it's the tone-deaf bard.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat and be my guest. This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here. Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it really okay for me to join in?
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genyu? Genyu? Yup. Now that I've taken a closer look, I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could
Venti, you're being too humble, considering your poetic talent.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Yeah! Xiao, you remember me too, right? We had a chat not long ago.
Yes, yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago.
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And it was a moving melody. And it made me feel relaxed and at ease.
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know any...
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant. Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and from the sophisticated way he speaks. Xiao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't...
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable. Huh? Oh, right! Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often.
Eh? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty.
Now you're making me embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little... There's one I heard a while back that went... The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories. The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of...
I think so too. The composition needs a little jazz. If I were to give it a go, I'd make an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
You have great taste, Venti. I was right about you.
Of course, of course.
Hey, Shincho! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some... I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but
I don't think it's your fault.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of...
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration. As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to... Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound?
Whenever Lantern Rite, people are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly. And to come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking...
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later,
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts!
What's with the urgency?
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after...
Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then. Don't forget to come back!
Let's depart. You go ahead.
It seems like our new friend is an expert in wine.
I deserve no such praise. I only drink for fun. It's nothing compared to you. I'm glad we're only having tea today. What if I got drunk and said something nonsensical? I'd surely become an object of ridicule to someone I've just met.
No such thing. I wouldn't dare disrespect the direct...
You're not allowed to leave Paimon here alone! To be honest, Paimon's worried about saying the wrong thing.
Did you talk about anything interesting before we...
Oh, we were talking about Mr. Zhongli told us that he went on a trip to Qiaoyang Village the other day and got a hold of some uncommon ingredients. Tea seed oil.
Oh, nope. Those ingredients would be difficult for anyone else to find. I guess I'll need his help next time as well.
About you and Venti. Could he be a partner in your family business?
That's right. You know how my family is. A lot of business secrets can't just be divulged at the dinner.
Ah, just as I thought.
Are you alright? It's hard to describe. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. But this time... That's not what I meant. Or perhaps I should say Rex Lapis is really good at adapting to human life. You could say that he actually enjoyed, and that's something I might never be able to do. That does sound like something you would say. No matter. I know my circumstances. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels strangely novel. Yes. The parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power. And I knew, but I didn't expect the other guests to be. General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding.
You're not. What is it?
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to... Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching. To be honest, You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something...
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait! There's another reason why I came looking... Here, take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Yan Xiao and I are not only competitors. I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a... I'll be honest. Before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me, told me about the... So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen.
Thank you for the trouble. I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba, too.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels...
Okay.
That's all. Alrighty, we should head back now. We can't keep Paimon waiting. You're finally done whispering secrets to each other? So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon. How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, your dessert is all Paimon's.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious... Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope. This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our... Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave. Lighting the incense will signify
I see. Perfect. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener, even for a bard who has traveled all across the world. If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes to having a way with words, I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone... I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director
Huh? That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies... is this real? It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous Wan Min restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again?
Please stop! You're making me embarrassed. If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds in Liyue Harbor.
Huh? Don't get me involved in the—
Ooh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense.
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance than good health, which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps everyone's home safe from evil spirits.
Huh? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Demons right here. Adeptus Shao has the most seniority among everyone here today. We should...
I refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here. You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Oh, that's right! Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people. No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again, huh? Who else is there? Huh? Does that mean Paimon's the most... Oh, well, that was unexpected!
I agree. Paimon's just without a friend constantly by your side. But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
Ah. The traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth one.
You guys! Paimon's not used to being praised. Those were genuine compliments. Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad.
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
That is indeed...
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba is to me.
Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any objections before we proceed?
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us. Here you go. Take the match, and don't burn yourself. It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your...
Yep, The tea was amazing, too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. Just remember to come when I invite you next time. Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Changyun back home. As for the rest of the guests,
Oh, no need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime. It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
bye. Oh, we should write poetry together sometime. We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later. Well then.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise and if we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli.
Heaven forbid.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic from the evidence she found and the conclusion she made. But there are multiple sides to humans and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others, but whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Xiao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans. This was as true back then as it is. Just how Xiao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved otherwise. So there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
Zhongli, what you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. The director asked me to accompany you on your return, but I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the night scenery. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
Bye, Zhongli. Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively split. At least you always stay by Paimon. No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon. Good that you're aware of that. Shell, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Liyue Harbor.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight. But if the events of today occurred so abruptly, I appreciate your kindness. Okay, I'll see you next time then.